Hi, everybody, and welcome to your coffee break with a dash of spirituality. So, grab a drink, sit back, relax, give yourselves a little break out of a busy day to reflect and just have some time to align yourself with who you really are, not the role you're currently fulfilling. I'm going to draw some cards for us today, some from the Star Child Tarot, and that's going to represent the cosmic big picture. And then I'm going to draw some to clarify from the Robin, I was going to say Robin Hood, but it's not. It's the Robin Wood Tarot. So let's get started. And you know, that just makes me think about the beauty and the joy of jokes and laughter in these really heavy times. The more we can make light of things and laugh and raise our vibration through that, the better off we're going to be. So it's those times when the class clown and the fool and the joker and, you know, the comedians really get to come into their own. They serve a really important purpose. So somebody needed to hear that. Somebody who perhaps in their life's been told off for being too jovial. Don't listen to those people. You just keep being yourself. Be funny. There you go. The Chariot. Nice. Look at that. When I'm talking, hold on. So I'm talking about being funny, and then that comes up, and that chariot is a unicorn. Now, most adults, I say adults, right? Because most adults don't believe in unicorns, and it's the inner child in us still actually does. So I'm sensing there's that internal battle between the adult that goes, there's no such thing as unicorns, and the inner child going, hell yeah, there is. And the chariot in tarot represents a vehicle moving forward. But what it is, it's in your mind. It's the two, normally it shows the dark and a light horse or animal. And that's the different aspects of ourselves, the two pillars, the dark, the light. So I'm just hesitating because it's a really funny way of coming through. Oh God, okay. Give me a second to, it's almost like I need a moment to gather myself so I don't say something really stupid. But the chariot wants you to move forward, and normally it's using the power of your mind. But this particular aspect is saying, forget that. Let's not overanalyze and overthink. And as I'm saying that, I just noticed that Lola's dog toy's in the corner there. So there you go. That's another element of the playfulness of what this wants us to represent. It's like be playful, Use your heart and your soul and all your joyfulness instead of your analytical mind. And that's the best way we're going to move forward. Because the chariot's a vehicle that takes us forward. And so it's a very clear way of saying, forget all the analytical stuff. King of Cups, yeah, gorgeous. So the King of Cups represents your emotions, but it's a beautiful representation of emotions that have been mastered. So you're not as a child unable to know how to move forward when you're feeling emotional. You know, that's why children throw tantrums, because they have so many feelings and emotions within themselves that they really are struggling to express. And often children won't find the words to express how they're feeling, and so they have to lash out or really like physically, energetically express that, because that's the only way they're able to. Now this King of Cups, see how he's got two cups in his hands and they're very balanced. We've reached a point in our evolution as humans where we're perfectly capable and able to balance our emotions and to understand them and to not get carried away by them. It's not saying that we don't have them. Of course, nobody's happy all the time. We have times when we're really sad, but it's allowing ourselves to feel and express those emotions in a very mature, sensible way so that we're, for example, not lashing out at people that we love because we're feeling sad or in a bad mood. Like, we know to express in a very mature way. Just like an obvious example would be to say, if, and this is a really funny example that just came to me. You know, when you have a bad dream about somebody, but it feels so real that you actually have those emotions towards that person. So say, for example, you've had a nightmare about your partner. They've done something to you, excuse me. They're all jumping out now. They've done something to you or with you in a nightmare that has left you upset. So when you wake up, you're actually upset at your partner, even though your conscious mind knows that they didn't do anything wrong. You still emotionally, like in your body, in your heart, and your feelings, are feeling that towards them. So it's a way of perhaps letting you know that it's okay to now express, like, tell them, like, I know this is silly, but I'm actually upset with you for something that you did, supposedly. Here we go. Let's have a quick run through of these because quite a few fell out. The Five of Cups. Yeah, so that is a card of disappointment and being upset. Queen of Swords. She's very analytical. She's almost like the opposite to the King of Cups because she is the one that will come in with the Sword of Truth and forget emotion and put all of that aside when necessary and just say it how it is. The Nine of Swords is a card of anxiety. And the Ten of Wands, well, take a deep breath, guys, because this is quite heavy, the energy now. The Ten of Wands is a card of burdens and everything just being overwhelming. And this whole feeling now, as you can see, I'm speeding up and I'm becoming overwhelmed by all of this energy. And I know that that's what we're all going through at the moment, right? We're all experiencing an extremely intense period in our lives. And what these cards are asking me to deliver the message to you is to say, we all understand that we're going to have good days and bad days. And the best thing we can do is to be really kind to each other so that we're balancing it out. And I'm using the example of a partner. It could be somebody you share a house with or a good friend that you speak to every day. You know, some days they're going to have a bad day and hopefully you're having a good day. So you can help lift them up and balance it out, and vice versa, if you know what I mean. Like, you're not always both down in the dumps or you're not always both hyper. It's a really nice, like, okay, I understand. And it's that expression too, that friend, that partner, that housemate saying to you, look, sorry, it's not you, but I'm just having a really bad day or I'm feeling down today. And then it's your role, it's your turn to go, that's okay, I understand. Like, can I make you a cup of tea? Can I get you something? Can I just give you a hug? Like, what can I do to help you? Because I'm having a good day. And it all balances out because you can take it in turns doing that for each other. Now, what I'm doing with this deck is we're going to clarify, because the cosmic deck's very out there and I'm feeling scattered too. Like, we talked a lot about emotions and the energy is very scattered. And so with this deck, it will help ground us. Oh, that's beautiful. The Six of Wands is a card of victory. So what this is telling me for us is to go, you know what? At the end of the day, once all this is over, we're going to be so victorious and we're going to all be so much stronger and healthier and vibrant for it, because we've been through a collective dark night of the soul. And we've helped each other out of it. Like, if you're going through a dark night of the soul individually on your own, it's really difficult to come out of that without help. Like, it takes a lot longer if you try to do it on your own. So back to the previous message of helping each other out and balancing each other's good and bad days. And at the end of it all, imagine coming through it all together, that collective dark night of the soul. We all come out of it together because we've helped each other out of it. And we have that victory, the victory parade. It's like I'm getting the image of what we've seen throughout history of parades at the end of wars. That's what's coming through as a message, is that when we get through this together, we're going to be celebrating. And I've gone all like husky, like I've just smoked pack of cigarettes, which I haven't for a very long time. But it's that feeling, right? It's like, let's just throw caution to the wind now. We're going to celebrate. We're going to drink. We're going to smoke. We're going to express our like crazy side, because for so long it's been repressed whilst we've been getting through this. Yeah, 8 of Wands, awesome. That's that victory feeling and the expression of, oh my God, we made it, we did it, and we helped each other. And I can see the 8 of Wands is one of communication and things being really, really quick and fast. And I can see us all like, you know, expressing to our family and friends and people that helped get us through this, how much we're grateful for it and how much love we have, 4 of Pentacles style, in our heart right there. Like, oh, the energy's so intense, it's making me shake. It's going to every single person that's helped you through and just telling them, look, I probably couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Now let's celebrate, right? How fabulous. Oh, yeah. Okay. The World. I'm going to try and get the energy down so I can show it to you without shaking. How's that? Isn't she just amazing? That's the card of completion. That's the card of completing this cycle that we're going through. And I call it a collective dark night of the soul because it's something that most of us have experienced on an individual level. So we can relate to it from a personal level. And I'm hearing the victory so much sweeter because it's en masse. The celebration's sweeter and bigger because it's not a personal thing. It's the whole goddamn planet. Oh yeah, okay. Whew, that one jumped out. The 2 of Pentacles, again, is about balance that I spoke about at the start with that King of Cups, having 2 cups in balance. So balance is the key word for this video. And with, if you can see there in the background, there's the ship. That to me is representing the mothership of our soul. It's following in a really precise, balanced way our own soul, like our own journey. I speak about the collective, but we each have a very individual journey within that and a very important role to play each within that. Like, I like to believe that one of my roles is to help people get through these tough times and to bring in some laughter and joy and fun through these videos and when I interact with people on a one-to-one basis as well. So what's your role? Everybody has something. It's, you know, doesn't matter how small you think it is. It's so important and vital and necessary and really, really needed. Even if you just help one person through this crisis, you've done more than you could possibly, you know, you've done more than your soul could possibly ask of you, because that's what we're here for. So let's have a look at that. And just know that pretty much now I get the feeling it's like, if you're doing what you believe is the right thing, we can't go wrong. Like, you can't ask more of yourself than that. Let's do one more because there's one sticking out here. Oh, brilliant. Now, hold on. Before I show you this, I'm just going to say the Death card in tarot doesn't represent physical death. It represents the end of a cycle and the transformation of a whole new one. And look at that red robe there. That's a transformation, and like, no coincidence. Well, there are no coincidences that I'm wearing a similar color. It's like we're going to come out of this, the analogy of coming out of the cocoon as a butterfly, and we're going to be so vibrant and so passionate and so alive that we won't go back to our old ways ever again. We won't go back to being in a rut or 9 to 5, or, you know, even if we choose to maintain a 9 to 5 job, because there's nothing wrong with that, but we do it all with a renewed vigor and renewed passion, and we all like learn to bring that expressive childlike energy into everything we do. what we considered before was, you know, a job, and now it's like, you know what, I'm grateful to have one. I'm lucky to have that, and I'm going to be my best, and I'm going to bring energy into that. And I just feel like that transformation, that completion, like with these two together and both major arcanas, it's really big. So I'm just going to finish up so the video doesn't go for too long. If you're still with me, thank you for listening to my rambling. I really hope that I've helped you in some way, and know that I love you with all my heart. Mwah.